Hello.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
Good. How are you doing, Jeff?
All right. All right. How's business?
It's good. It's very busy,
Good.
but it's good.
Awesome.
I'm looking to bring on person number 3 next month. So
Oh, sweet. Sweet.
growing
Is that
fast.
like a staff member or sales or
What was that?
a staff member or a salesperson or
This one is gonna a service person, someone to do admin work, take phone calls, take messages, things like that. Um, do small service changes for accounts. I have 3 salespeople, so we just need a support person for the 3 of us.
nice.
I was talking to the commercial real estate agent I know yesterday. Like, I just moved into I just got my office renovated in January because we had a flood, but now I've outgrown the space. So I'm gonna start looking at bigger places.
Right. Right. Cool. Larry, I didn't know if you knew this, but there's a robot right behind you. Oh, microphone's not working. Oops.
He's missing his fancy headset.
Yeah, no, he's screwed with his usual routine. Now his microphone's
Hello?
not working. Oh, there you go.
Is that better?
Hey, good morning.
No.
No, we can hear you.
All good.
Check, check, hello, check, 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 check. Check,
Hello,
check,
hello.
All
hello.
good.
Yes,
Yep,
you can
you're
hear me?
good. Yeah. Like we can hear you. Can you hear us? Yeah, okay, great.
Now we're concerned. Can you hear us?
Yes, I had to flip everything around. So now I hear you and hopefully you hear me. So appreciate that. Yeah, I was saying that, I have a robot behind me because I'm actually on my mobile workstation, which is like a cart that I built a whole entire system where monitors and mice and crap. And you would see my refrigerator. So I'm trying to cover that up.
So you can wheel that around as you're trying to get away from your kids around the house, right?
Yes, I can. I can. Well, actually, I'm trying to will to get towards my kids because they like to tear stuff up, and I need to be able to witness it so that I can control it if it happens. Like right now, I'm about to have a plumber come in, so you might see me cut out because one of my kids, I guess, exploded the plumbing, the toilet somehow, put the toy in there, and basically we can't even shower right now because it'll flood. So I'm waiting for a plumber to come in. So that's one of the reasons why I'm downstairs in my mobile workstation and not upstairs, holed up in my office, which is where I like to be when I'm in these meetings.
Office. That's great.
So yeah, like I said, you might see me cut out a little bit because they're supposed to be on the way.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and talk about some content. Usually we have Gina's on by now, but maybe she's busy today. So yeah, really. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up on the fuel calls, but really what you've been talking about, sources of business, database, all that good stuff for the past several weeks. So I thought I would share with you something I'm working on. Could give you a brief overview. So I met a guy at the broker boardroom a few months ago that Wayne put on in Fort Worth. Jacoby Madewell. He has a company in Lubbock, Texas. So I kind of met him. He also followed my 7-day business plan challenge that I did online. So he contacted me and said, "Hey, will you come do, put together some content and come do an office training day with my agents? Need you for 4 to 6 hours." I'm like, "Well, that's a lot of time, right?" So I started.
So I got 6 hours.
4 to 6 hours, yeah. So it's basically a level up kind of event, but he wanted something different because they've already all done level up with Hero Nation. So I did take some of Wayne's content with his permission, kind of put my own thing together, and we call it the Rise Up coaching series. It's funny because he's like, "Hey, I want to call it Rise Up." I was like, "Well, that's funny because I was going to call my coaching brand Rise Coaching." because my last name's Rising, right? So I guess that matched. So I put together, so it's funny how you sit down, you need to work on something. I literally put some headphones on, and in 3 hours, I put all this together. Then I send it off to a content creator, like, hey, put this into a manual for me. So it's funny how sometimes you delay doing stuff for so long that you're like, hey, I just need 2 or 3 hours, and you just come up with this amazing stuff because you're focused and you're intentional with it. So let me find my workbook here. So don't have a slide deck yet, but she put together a manual for me. So I actually had my daughter, Haley, who's a graphics designer, do the design and logo for me. So if you guys ever need work, design work, let me know. I can put you in contact with her. She does all my logo and graphics design work. So one of the things I've been focusing on with my personal coaching, my clients is, you sound body, sound mind, sound business. I truly believe that all these things work together. So I put together this program based on those 3 things: sound body, sound mind, sound business. Except I'm going to teach them in a different order because I want to do the business section first, and we're going to end on mindset, because I think if we do the mindset first, then we do business at the end of 4 or 5 hours, people are going to start falling asleep. So I want to get the business stuff out of the way early. So really the part of the program is going to be, and I'll be happy to share this workbook with you guys. I mean, this is not, private information or anything you can't look at or use. So and a lot of this stuff, if you've been through Level Up, a lot of this stuff is also in Level Up. How do I get to this? Here comes Gina. Let her in here real quick. Right. Hello, Gina. Good morning. So yeah, I'm just giving you guys a brief overview. I didn't really have any content planned, but this goes along with what we've been talking about on Fuel the last several weeks as far as database and sources of business. So this is the Rise Up coaching series that I'm putting together for an event I'm doing next month in Lubbock, Texas. So really, and I'll be happy to share this with you guys if you want to go through the workbook or even go through it one-on-one. I'll spend some time on the phone with you, but really identifying the three main sources of your business. And when we talk about doing the 3 main sources of your business, it doesn't mean only do those 3 sources, right? We know that there's, half a dozen to a dozen different ways you can get business, if not more, in your business. But what are the 3 that you want to focus on? You can't focus on 10 or 12, right? You can't be all in on 10 or 12 different avenues of business. So focus on 3. Setting a year-long goal for each source. So you're going to make I'm going to make X amount of dollars from this particular source of income. And if you've been in the business a while, this is easy to do because you can go back, hey, how much did I make from my sphere of influence last year? How much did I make from social media last year? How much did I make from referrals last year? Then you can kind of up those goals like 5, 10, 15%, whatever you want to do. How many transactions does that equal for your type of business? So if you're in real estate, hey, I want to make $100,000 from my sphere of influence. So that's probably going to be, depending on the market you're in, it could be like, 40 or 50 transactions, right? So a sheet for each 3 of those. Then knowing your numbers for referrals, like, hey, if I have to talk to 20 people to get 1 referral and I want 2 sales a month from referrals, that means I need to talk to 40 people or 10 people a week, right? So just really working out the numbers for each source of business that you're going after. Like, if I know if I need to do whatever, 5 Facebook Lives about mortgages, or 5 for Larry, like you do, your Zoom calls that you're doing. Like, hey, how many Zoom calls do I need to do? Like every time I do a Zoom call, do I get 2 or 3 leads from that, or whatever it is? So, hey, if I want to get 30 sales a month from my Zoom calls, then I know I need to do 10 Zoom calls. It's pretty easy math. All these numbers are not ever going to be exact, right? You might do a Zoom call and get 5 leads. You might do another Zoom call, you get 0 leads. But if we know that the average is going to be 3 from each presentation you do, then we know we can work those numbers pretty easily. Then work those numbers backwards into transactions and daily and monthly activities, right? 4 dialogues that are easy go-to for referrals with past clients or sphere of influence. Like, hey, Larry, how's the family doing? Great. Hey, you still working for Van Dyke Mortgage? Awesome. What do you guys do for fun this summer? Great, cool. Do you have any big things planned for you and your family? Yeah, we're going to Disney later, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Family, occupation, recreation, dreams. It's always an easy go-to for people to do when contacting past clients. A lot of my agents that work for me, and even people I coach, like, I hate calling past clients because I don't want to sound salesy, like I'm asking for business. Like, you're in the referral business, man. That just go ahead, ask salesy. It's okay. So if you don't want to sound like a salesperson when you call your past clients, this is an easy go-to. Hey, Bill, how's the family doing? Great. You still working at blah, blah, blah? Cool. Would you guys do anything fun this winter for Christmas? Where'd you guys go? Cool. Any big plans for the summer? Any big family vacations planned? That's awesome. The LP Mama is a good one for real estate leads that come in. This script is also, I've learned from other coaching companies, and no one even knows where it came from. It's been around so long, so no one can copyright it because it's been around for so long. No one even knows where it started. So feel free to use it. LP Mama, location, price, motivation, agent, mortgage, appointment. So this script is designed to keep them on the phone with you for 6 to 8 minutes, which all the sales studies say if you keep them on the phone for 6 minutes, they're yours, right? You've already developed that relationship. So, hey, Larry, I saw you call on 123 Main Street. Is that the area and locations you've been home shopping in? Great. That's priced for $250,000. Is that the price range that you've been shopping in for a home? Is that what you're pre-approved to? Awesome. Hey, when do you want to move? Do you have a lease you need to, do you have a house now you need to sell? Do you have a lease you need to finish out? That's their motivation. And we never go right to, are you working with an agent? Because that gives them an easy out of the conversation. Hey, Larry, are you working with an agent? Larry wants to get off the phone. Guess what he's going to say? He's going to say, yes, I'm working with an agent. Great. I'm out of this conversation. So when we get to the agent part, we just say, hey, how long have you been searching for homes? Oh, I've been looking for 6 months. Great. Have you been inside any of the homes that you see online? And they might say, yes, I'm working with Joe Smith down the street. Or they might say, no, I just go to open houses. So that just means they're not working with an agent. So, or at this point, if you don't ask them directly, but indirectly, if they're working with an agent, then you're going to find out the answer pretty easily. And you're going to be able to keep them on the phone longer because you did not give them the easy way out by saying, are you working with an agent? Because it's always their easy way out. Mortgage. Hey, are you paying cash or will you be getting a loan? Awesome. Have you talked to a lender yet? Or would you like me to refer you to one of my preferred lenders? Awesome. I'll have Larry call you at 5 o'clock today if that works. Cool. Hey, I'm going to have Larry call you at 5 o'clock today. And how about this? I'm going to follow up with you tomorrow morning. Is 9 o'clock tomorrow good or 1 p.m. better? Always close with the appointment. The appointment doesn't need to be showing them a house. The appointment can be, what's the follow-up? What's the next step? Is I'm going to call you to see how it went with a lender. Or it very well could be showing them the house. Like, yeah, I've already got a pre-approval letter. Great. Email that to me so I have it. And then I'll go ahead and schedule that showing for you at 123 Main Street. Is 9 o'clock tomorrow good or 1 p.m. better? Always end with the appointment, because you're claiming that person as your client at that point. You're kind of telling them, hey, you're my client now. I'm going to show you that house. Send me your pre-approval letter. We're good to go. Then do whatever your broker suggests as far as agency contracts, whatever. And you guys can take this script for loans. You can take this for your insurance business, whatever it is, however you're going to work that out. You can obviously, like location, price, stuff like that's irrelevant, like for you, Donald. But you can find some other way to kind of modify for your particular situation. 7-day follow-up plan. These are good for, I did BombBomb videos to accompany these for my CRM. So I just literally did a video with this script for each 7 days, and they get an automatic email for my system for every 7 days with a BombBomb video. And, I can send this to you, Gina, as well. So if you want to have these scripts, since you're the lone realtor on the call, right? So day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, nope, day 7. Just notes for the workbook, post-closing plan checklist for referrals. This is where we get to the sound body section. So again, sound body, sound mind, sound business. We're putting the body in the middle, business in front, mindset at the end of the presentation. So morning routine, wake up, set an alarm, no snooze button. It's going to take some practice, especially if you're used to hitting your snooze button 3 times. My Alaska friends here on the call, you must be very good at getting up when you need to get up, because what is it? 6:15 a.m. there. I was up at 6:15, but I wasn't online at a meeting at 6:15. Drink water first thing in the morning. The best way to get your system moving is to drink 8 or 10 ounces of water when you first get up. It gets your digestive system working. It's a great way to kickstart your system. 10 minutes of quiet time, 30 to 60 minutes workout, good breakfast if you eat breakfast. If you're doing like intermittent fasting, then you don't eat breakfast right away. Obviously breakfast, literally means break fast. So if you're not breaking your fast until noon or 1, then just wait until then. Get ready for your day. All this is before you open emails, open social media. If you're going to, you need some time in your head from the time you wake up to the time you start working to have some time to yourself without digital interaction, right? So try to avoid opening emails, try to avoid looking at Facebook. When I go to the gym, that's like my 1 hour of quiet time for the day. It just drives me crazy when I see people on their phones looking on Facebook or checking emails. Like, why are you, like, between sets? Like, what are you doing? Just do your workout, man. That's it. Just stay off social media. Unless you're taking selfies to post, for your motivation, then stay off all your digital stuff during your workout. All day, limit caffeine, keep a good posture of sitting or standing, use a standing desk. In the more you're conscious of this, the more you notice you're going to do it. Like, you'll be sitting here working, then you're like, eventually you're like working like this. You're like, oh crap, sit back up, right? So just keep a good posture. Healthy lunch, meal replacement shake, drink plenty of water. WebMD says you need a half an ounce to 1 ounce a pound per pound of body weight. So, I weigh 150, so 75 ounces of water a day, a little over a gallon, which is a lot of water. Gina's been doing 75 hard. You're aware of how much drinking a lot of water affects your system. You feel better, but it also, you have to go to the bathroom a lot, just a fair warning, right? Evening routine, a good morning always starts with a good evening routine. So plan at least 7 hours of sleep. No screen time, 15 to 20 minutes before bed. I know that's hard for a lot of people, but I will watch TV up until I go to bed, but I'm not on my phone with my phone right in my face. They say that really affects your ability to fall asleep quickly for most people. Evening affirmations, which reminds me, I guess I don't have morning affirmations up here on my list, so I need to add that. So glad I'm going through this. You guys are my beta testers for my new program. So evening affirmation could be something as simple as saying, what you're grateful for the day, and even setting some intention with your sleep schedule. I'm going to get 7 hours of sleep tonight. It's going to be very restful sleep. I'm going to wake up refreshed and ready to go in the morning. That could be part of your evening affirmation. Just, if you all do affirmations, that you'll know the more you repeat it out loud, the more it eventually comes true. And is it magic? No, but maybe it is. Who knows what it is, right? We just know that it works. So let's not overanalyze it. We just know that speaking things out loud into the universe end up becoming true. The same thing works for negative affirmations, right? If you say negative things, guess what? Oh man, Monday's going to suck. Guess what? Monday's going to suck then, right? Evening affirmations, evening gratitude journaling, relax. Hey, it's okay to watch TV. We get bombarded with all these hustle culture things like, why are you wasting your time watching 2 hours of sleep at night? You should be doing something else, working on a side hustle, reading a book, blah, blah, blah. No, it's okay to sit down and watch TV if you want to sit down and watch TV for a couple hours. It's not a big deal, right? If you worked 8 or 10 solid hours in your business during the day, had dinner with your family, and it's 8 p.m. and you want to sit down and watch TV for 2 hours, then do it, right? Don't kill yourself. Read, play board games with your kids, just whatever you do, pick a shut off time for work mode, right? Mine is 8 p.m. every day. That being said, I don't work right up till 8 p.m. That just means I will not answer any more phone calls or texts from clients past 8 p.m., unless it's an emergency. Write your morning affirmation, write your evening affirmation, balanced body, eat thoughtfully. Like to shoot for the 80-20 rule, eat good 80% of the time, eat crappy the other 20%, or not necessarily eat crappy on purpose, but just don't beat yourself up if you don't eat perfect 100% of the time, right? More water, nothing past 7 p.m. Whether you're doing fasting or not, you should always shoot for at least 10 to 12 hours of fasting every day. When I did intermittent fasting Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday every week for about a year, and lost a couple inches off my waist. I lost about 10 pounds, and I didn't really what I felt was the most important thing about the intermittent fasting was not eating past 6 or 7 p.m. I think what really throws a monkey wrench into people's dietary plan is any kind of snacks or calories past 7 p.m. is going to throw off that 10 or 12 hour fasting period that you need in order for your body to reset itself. So nothing past 7 p.m. And if you are doing any kind of intermittent fasting, that just means no calories. I talk to people all the time. They're like, walk in the office with a Starbucks and they're like, oh, I'm intermittent fasting. Like, no, you're not. That Starbucks has calories in it, right? So just because it's liquid doesn't mean it's no calories. Just because it's liquid doesn't mean you're still fasting, right? So no calories. Coffee's fine, plain black coffee. That's it, right? Or tea. Exercise, start small, 3 days a week, 20 minutes walk on a treadmill, walk outside, whatever. Kind of build up. If you're going from not working out to working out, don't think you need to get in the gym 5 days a week, because you're setting yourself up for failure. So start small. 3 to 5 days a week, kind of cardio strength training. Especially if you're getting older like me, I'm going to be 48 this year. They say, any kind of strength training is going to help you keep the growth hormone production going, keep your testosterone levels up, getting into your golden years, right? When you get older. So, of course, consult a physician. I'm not a health expert or a doctor. So before you start any program, please ask for help. Safety first. Don't try to do stuff outside of your skill level, and do something you enjoy. The strength training comment, yes, if that's something you like doing, you should probably try to fit it in somewhere. But really, if you're going to start out doing something you like walking, riding a bike, yoga, mountain biking, anything like whatever you like to do is probably going to be the easiest route for you to stay consistent with a workout routine. Really, the key is to get your heart rate up. The heart rate is 50 to 85% of your max heart rate. And according to the things I've read, your maximum heart rate is 220 beats per minute minus your age per the American Heart Association. So for example, if I do mine really quick, 220 beats per minute by minus my age. So that's my maximum heart rate is 172 beats per minute. If I want to times that by 0.85, so that means my workout heart rate to be effective should be about 140 to 145 beats per minute. So shoot for that. Now, when I'm strength training, I'm usually hanging right around 90 beats per minute to 100 beats per minute. When I'm doing cardio is where you want to try to get to your maximum heart rate to be more effective at burning calories. So when I do cardio, I shoot for 140. When I'm just strength training, I do like 90 to 100. Write a health-focused affirmation here, self-care prescription. If you were a doctor giving you an exercise and diet program, what would you prescribe? So this is going to be a great exercise for you to do. Like, hey, if you were talking to yourself, someone just like you, and you were telling them what to do, what would you tell them to do? And then just do that for yourself, right? The 4 agreements, we're getting into mindset now. If you have not read the 4 agreements, it's a great book. It's a really easy read. It's a short book. But basically the 4 agreements are, and I say these as part of my daily affirmation every day: I will be impeccable with my word. I will not take anything personally. I will not make assumptions, and I will do my best. Those are some great affirmations to read every day out loud. But for more details on what those mean, please go pick up the book. It's a really easy read, short book. Mindset notes, affirmations. Again, what is an affirmation? The action or process of affirming something or being affirmed. So again, you're speaking it out loud as if it already happened, right? So that's why affirmations work, because you're kind of setting the intention of the thing that you want to happen as if it already happened, right? So this is why these work, because again, is it magic? Probably not, but really what it's doing is it's telling your brain that, hey, this thing already happened, and you just instinctively start taking actions toward that thing happening, right? So again, we don't need to analyze how it works. We just know that it does. So that's why we do it. Again, affirmations can be good or bad. Common negative affirmations: man, I'm so stupid, so out of shape, I'm fat, I'm lazy, and I can't get this house sold. It's overpriced. It's in a bad location. It's a bad condition. I'm not a morning person. Who says that? Almost everybody, right? Man, I'm terrible at remembering names. That's another one. That's one I say all the time, which I need to stop saying. I'm terrible at remembering names. And I'm terrible at remembering names. So it's like the chicken or the egg. What came first? Was I terrible at remembering names, or did I become terrible at remembering names? Because I think I'm terrible at remembering names, right? Positive affirmations examples: I will exercise 3 days a week. I will eat healthy today. I will stay focused on my goals and outcomes. I am a great spouse and a great parent. That's when I say in my daily affirmations too. I'm a great husband and a great father. Everything I do is because I put my family first, is one of the things that I say with my affirmation. Your affirmations, feel free to write. This is a great exercise. Write some of the 3 to 5 negative things that you say and write them here, then rewrite those as positive. So one example could be, oh man, I'm so out of shape. That's one of the negative things that you tell yourself, and just rewrite that as a positive affirmation. I'm going to work out today and take steps to lead a healthy lifestyle, whatever, something like that. Just take some negative things that you commonly say to yourself and just rewrite those as positive and add those to your morning affirmation routine. That's really it. I went over that in 20 minutes, and somehow I need to make that into a 4-hour presentation. So, but it will be, once we do the exercises and, 10, 15-minute breaks for exercises, communication back and forth. So really, I'll share this with you guys. I'll put a copy in the Facebook group if you guys want to look at it and use it to write some affirmations for yourself, write your diet and exercise program. And of course, if you know anybody looking for a speaker, I'm going to take this show on the road. I'm going to test this out in Lubbock, Texas on April 6th, see how it goes. And then I will go anywhere and teach this as long as I get my airfare covered in a hotel. I'm not asking to be paid for these. I just want to get this out and get out there in front of people. I love coaching people and helping people, and I just want to get in front of as many people as possible. So please let me know if you want me to fly up to Alaska and teach it to your group of people. I'd love to do that in a couple months. Not right now, but right.
I think there's something to be said about the whole positive affirmations and negative. I mean, let's put it this way: people who talk negatively about themselves or say negative things, whatever, they seem to always end up in a negative situation, right? And it's almost like they're looking for it, or they create it because of their bad vibes, right? Or the way they talk to each other, you know? So I think if that's true for negative, then it probably would be also true with positive, right?
Right.
I mean, for sure. I mean, everyone knows that one really negative person, and negative shit just always seems to happen to them, you know? It's almost like because they're inviting it, they're asking for it, they're creating it almost, you know?
Yeah, and like I said, what came first, the negative outcome or the negative talk that they're doing, or are the negative outcomes coming from the negative things they're saying? Like maybe they had a couple shitty months, and now all of a sudden they're a negative person and everything sucks. Now everything's going to suck forever, right? So you need to pull yourself out of that situation and just that's why I like to do that exercise of rewriting those negative things that you say into positive things, and just saying those instead, and turning that around. That's what people say, after the weekend, man, tomorrow's going to suck. Tomorrow's Monday. Well, it's going to suck if you think it's going to suck, right? It's guaranteed to suck if you think it's going to suck.
Yeah, and I think it also gives them almost like an out or an excuse, well, it's going to suck anyway, so I might as well just deal with it. I'm not going to bother being proactive and trying to fix it or make it better. Like the whole forgetting names thing, I'm so bad with names. So you just give yourself the excuse to be bad with names, so you don't bother trying. You don't bother trying to memorize or help your memory. You're like, I suck anyway, so why bother? So, and then you end up sucking forever. So
right.
Yeah, I think programming your brain also sort of makes you accountable, right? So like the fact that you're like, I can be good with, whatever names, as long as I practice or I try, then you start pushing yourself to do that, So I think it's a little bit of motivation versus reacting to the way you program yourself. So yeah.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell my kids on the regular, it's all about perspective. You need to change your perspective on the situation.
Right. Yeah, it's a really good practice to do. Like if you catch yourself saying negative things or thinking negative thoughts, like, oh, how can I flip that into a positive affirmation instead of a negative? It just takes a lot of practice, but once you get in the hang of it, it becomes pretty easy. You'll like stop yourself before you even finish the thought, because you're like, oh, I'm saying something negative, and how can I rephrase that into something positive? Good. Well, thanks for playing along and checking out my new program I'm working on. I appreciate it. If anybody wants a copy, I'll send it out, or I'll put it in the Facebook group. Feel free to go take a look. I need to make a couple changes that I noticed real quick, but I can do that, no problem. Other than that, anything else you guys need today? How's everything going overall?
Really good. I got 2 offers accepted this weekend.
Oh,
so
sweet.
Rocking and rolling.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah, I saw your new professional photos. They look good. That's nice.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited. The lady did a really good job.
Nice. You're killing it. Don's looking for more office space because he has too many people working for him.
Wow.
Right.
It's impressive.
Nice. It's a good problem. How's the commercial real estate market up there? Is it pretty easy to find something?
I will find out when I meet with her on Thursday how many things she found. Yeah, we just had the conversation last Thursday.
Nice.
And I was like, I need to start looking. And she was like, how soon do you need to move? And I was like, well, technically I have a lease, but I have a friend willing to come and take it over because she needs more space for her people. So hopefully we can make this all happen quite smoothly.
Nice. That's awesome. Cool. Well, I'm glad to hear you guys are making the progress. Hopefully you're getting some benefit out of your Hero Nation Fuel memberships. If you're not able to get on all the calls, please go back and rewatch some of the episodes. A lot of good content Wayne puts out. That's really all I had for today. I appreciate you guys getting on. I know it's early for you, and you're my consistent people, and I really truly appreciate that you get on here every week. Honestly.
Yeah, well, your presentation's really good. So you did a good job.
Awesome. Thanks. I appreciate it. So hoping we get out there in front of some people this year. And my goal for myself was 20 speaking events for this year. So I need to ramp up my prospecting a little bit. But,
Yeah, you just said you don't want to come to Alaska right now. So that just means you want to come to Alaska in like the summertime.
Right. Like
That's what everyone says.
I mean,
I'm trying to
honestly,
make
I've
this
never,
also a fishing trip, guys.
right. Yeah. Honestly, I've never been there at all. So any time of the year would be new and amazing for me. So
Don't do it in the spring. It's ugly and stinky.
this is
Yeah.
mud season, right?
Yep. Don't do it in the spring. You'll never
It's
come
called-
back if you do.
Yeah, that's right. It's called breakup season. We don't even call it spring. It's breakup season.
Yes.
So there's a lot of realtors going on a lot of listing appointments that time of year. Then they change their mind, right?
It's just not the time of year to come up here. That's for sure.
Yeah.
What's our spring for you guys? Like April, May, June, or
Like now, but it's snowing. So, but usually
Yeah.
it's like March, April. Like the
Okay.
end of May is a good time to start showing up.
okay.
Anytime between then and like, I don't know, maybe August or September.
Right.
Yeah.
And then if you want to come in the winter, you want to come in like the dead of the winter when it's already white.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
not that weird phase where it's just like slushy mud everywhere.
Right.
Which is like 2 months ish that you have an opportunity to come when it's all white.
Right. So like December.
Right. That's it. Come at Christmas. That's it.
Right. It helps you get in the Christmas spirit, but then
Right,
it
for
then
sure.
it can go away.
Right. Cool. Well, hey, thanks again for getting on. I'll update the Facebook group, and yeah, please keep sharing your wins in the group. Let's all stay connected through the Facebook group. I know there's about 20 people on my pod, and you guys are the consistent ones that come on. So I want to try and engage some more people, so we have some more masterminding going on in the group. So feel free to share your wins and all the cool things you're doing.
All right.
Awesome, great. You guys have a great week.
Yeah, you
You too,
too.
Jeff. See ya.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.